My beloved child, before you scroll away, I want to remind you of this. I am here for you, right now, desiring to speak directly to your heart. I see everything that unfolds within your life, every secret hope, every lingering doubt, every dream you silently cradle. I know how often you wonder if anyone truly understands your struggles or listens to your prayers, but I tell you now, without any hesitation, I care for you deeply, and my love for you never wavers. You are precious to me, and no matter how far you think you've strayed, no matter how hidden your wounds may feel, I am always present, always ready to guide and strengthen you. Take a moment, just a single breath, and allow yourself to receive my words. Let them sink into your heart so you know you are never truly alone. I love you, and I am always watching over you. In every moment, whether joyful or difficult, my affection for you remains steadfast. I understand that sometimes you might feel unworthy or uncertain. Maybe you've encountered disappointments or faced challenges that seem too heavy to bear. Even in those times when the weight of worry presses down, I have not abandoned you. My hand is outstretched, reaching out to you. Let your heart open to receive the comfort I offer. Feel my presence enveloping you like a gentle embrace, reminding you that no matter how dark or overwhelming life may seem, there is a light of hope and strength that burns eternally for you. You are never out of my sight or my heart. Even when you sense that you're invisible in a crowd or ignored in a busy world, I see you clearly and cherish your uniqueness. I made you with an extraordinary purpose in mind, a beautiful design that no other soul can duplicate. Remember this whenever you question your worth or wonder about your significance. In my eyes, you are irreplaceable and treasured more than you may ever fully comprehend. I know every detail of your life, the joys that make your heart soar and the fears that hold you back. I know the hopes you cherish and the wounds you bear, and in every beat of your heart, I am right there with you. You may be facing struggles that feel overwhelming. You may toss and turn at night, worried about tomorrow, your job, your relationships, your finances, or simply the question of who you are meant to be. Even if you feel surrounded by people, loneliness can still persist, whispering that no one truly hears your silent cries. Yet, I assure you, I see every tear and understand every ache. I am aware of the times you've felt left behind, the moments you've wrestled with disappointment or confusion. My heart moves toward you in compassion, longing to ease your burden and remind you that when you place your trust in me, you never stand alone. It may feel at times that your struggles go unanswered, that your prayers drift into silence without response. But I want you to remember that I work in ways beyond your human understanding. Just because you don't see the answer yet doesn't mean I've ignored your calls. Sometimes I am preparing a blessing that requires the perfect timing, or I am strengthening your spirit through patience and growth. In every case, my timing is intentional and tailored to your journey. I don't delay out of neglect, but rather out of a deep love that strives for your ultimate good. Trust that I am always listening, and my responses emerge at just the right moment. To me, you are precious, created with a purpose that goes far beyond your present moment. Do not let the voices of doubt or discouragement convince you otherwise. The unfolding of your life story is known to me from beginning to end, and I have woven threads of hope and triumph through every chapter. Even in your darkest struggles, I see the potential for growth and redemption. I desire not just to watch you survive, but to help you thrive, to rise above your adversities, and to discover new depths of resilience and grace that I have placed within you. Remember, nothing you face is too difficult when you lean into my strength. I know the nights you lie awake, battling worries about your job or your future. Perhaps your mind spins with questions. What if I fail? What if this door closes? What if I've missed my chance? My precious child, Your worth is not defined by your job title or your bank account. Your value remains steadfast, regardless of your circumstances or your achievements. Yes, I want to see you succeed and find fulfillment in the work you do. But I also want you to remember that my love for you predates any success or failure. Let this knowledge comfort you when stress threatens to overtake you. You are more than the sum of your circumstances. I am working on solutions for you, even if you cannot see them yet. In those moments when you feel like you're waiting in the dark, wondering if I've forgotten, please know that I am already at work. I operate beyond the limitations of what you can perceive. I see the bigger picture, the paths that will lead you to genuine peace and joy. Trusting me means surrendering the need for instant certainty, recognizing that I hold the plan that fits your life best. Your patience and faith are like seeds that will eventually bloom into a beautiful garden of blessings. Remember this when you're tempted to give up or when you doubt whether any good could come from your situation. I will shield you like a strong fortress. Nothing can harm you when you are in my embrace. Come under my protection and feel how steady and invincible my care truly is. Just as a fortress stands firm against the storm, so I will shelter you from the battles that rage around you. Even when chaos whirls in the world, I offer a refuge of peace and safety. Cast your worries on me, the author of your life, and allow me to stand between you and the fears that assail your mind. Under my guard, you will find rest for your soul and renewed courage to face tomorrow. At times, you might wonder if your past mistakes disqualify you from my love. Maybe you've done things you regret, or you feel tainted by hurtful decisions you've made. But hear this truth: my love for you hasn't changed, no matter what. I knew every choice you would make before you ever made it, and still, I chose to cherish you. My grace runs deeper than any misstep. There is nothing you can do that will stop me from loving you. When you come to me with an open heart and a desire for renewal, I offer forgiveness, healing, and a chance for a fresh start. Let go of the shame you've carried and step into the light of my enduring compassion. Open your heart and talk to me. In prayer, in silence, I am always listening. Even in your most broken, confused moments, I am ready to hear every word you long to express. There is no special formula required, no strict ritual you must perform for me to pay attention. Just speak, or whisper, or even cry out in your heart, and I will hear you. Your honesty, your authenticity, your willingness to bring your real self before me matters far more than eloquent words. I long for a deeper connection with you, one in which you share your dreams, your fears, and even your frustrations. In this intimate conversation, you will begin to feel the tender assurance of my presence. Many times, you wonder if you're worthy of my attention. You stare at your reflection and see only flaws or failures. But my child, why do you worry about such things when I have already declared you worthy? Why do you measure yourself by human standards when I see your heart, your potential, your growth? Remember that you are my creation, and I do not make mistakes. Every aspect of you, your personality, your dreams, your talents, has been wonderfully designed. Even in your weaknesses, I am able to show my strength. Each time you feel small or inadequate, remember that my power lies in your willingness to trust me. I want to reassure you that I am tenderly attuned to your pain. Perhaps you're struggling with relationship issues, conflicts with family, or a deep, unrelenting hurt that seems impossible to heal. You may feel betrayed or unloved, wishing things had turned out differently. In your quietest moments, you might ask, "Does anyone see my tears?" I do. I am acutely aware of the times you felt shattered by loss or crushed by rejection. I grieve with you in every heartbreak and share in your sorrows. You are not alone in that dark space. My presence can lighten the heaviest darkness if you allow my healing comfort to flow into your wounds. There will be occasions when you can't see a way forward. You stand at a crossroad, unsure whether to turn left or right, feeling that each option might lead to a dead end. In those moments, remember that my guidance is available to you. If you quiet your heart and seek me, I will place a sense of peace around the path that leads toward hope and healing. Like a loving shepherd, I will direct you away from harm and toward abundant pastures. You do not have to walk life's journey alone or rely solely on your own understanding. I am here, willing to show you which steps to take, easing your fears and infusing your journey with purpose. When you're burdened by your sins and mistakes, or you fear that your past defines your future, please hear me clearly. I am the one who makes all things new. No matter how stained you believe your history is, I can transform your present and redeem your tomorrow. My mercies are new. Every morning, every single day, I offer you a clean slate, an opportunity to embrace change and growth. Embrace the fact that you can turn your heart toward me at any time, and you will find that I am not waiting to punish or criticize. I am waiting to rejoice and guide you into a brighter way forward. If you ever feel that anxiety is tightening its grip on your mind, remember that I am bigger than anything you will face. Stress about your tomorrow, fears about finances, unease about illness. All of these pressures may crowd your mind, making you wonder if there's any hope left. But I stand reassuring you, there is nothing that escapes my notice, and nothing that I cannot help you overcome. Release your worries into my hands. Allow my peace to steady your heartbeat. Let my comfort breathe fresh air into your mind, so that you find the courage to step forward, knowing I am protecting and guiding you. Each morning that you awake is a new opportunity for us to commune together, even if it's just for 2 precious minutes. It doesn't require a long speech or complex petitions. Just speak from your heart. Tell me what worries you, what inspires you, and what you desire for your life. Express your gratitude, for even in your most difficult days, there are reasons to be thankful. When you engage with me regularly, you will begin to discover a transformative power that reshapes your mindset and renews your spirit. So do not hesitate. Let those moments be an anchor that grounds you in my unfailing love. Life is not without its storms. There will be times when the winds of adversity seem to grow stronger than your ability to stand. When rain pours down and you feel your footing slipping, remember that my hand remains outstretched toward you. Place your hand in mine and allow me to balance you. Even if the storm rages longer than you hoped, my grace will sustain you. You may emerge from those difficulties with scars, but you will also emerge with wisdom, compassion, and greater faith. Through every tempest, your character deepens, your heart softens, and your understanding of my faithfulness grows. Sometimes, you might feel unable to hear my voice in the midst of all the noise. The modern world is filled with distractions, endless streams of information, obligations, and expectations that pull you in countless directions. But when you take even a moment to quiet your thoughts and turn your attention to me, you create space in your heart where my guidance and love can resonate. I am not far off or disinterested. I am patiently waiting for you to turn down the volume of the world and tune into my still small voice, which speaks words of affection, direction, and hope. Be strong and courageous, for I am with you wherever you go. When you feel weak or tired, remember that I am your source of strength. You don't need to try and carry all your burdens alone. Lean on me, rely on my power, and you will find that even the most daunting obstacles can be overcome. When others doubt you, when circumstances threaten your peace, cling to me, and you will find the confidence you need. Your courage is stirred not by your own might, but by the knowledge that I, who love you more than words can express, will never fail you. There may be times you question my plans or wonder why certain events have occurred. You ask, why did this happen to me? What purpose could this pain possibly serve? Know that every trial, every heartache, can become a stepping stone for growth and refinement. I am able to turn what seems like a ruin into a canvas for my grace. Though you might not see the full picture now, someday you will marvel at how I wove together every thread, joyful and painful, into a testimony of healing and perseverance. The pieces that look shattered today may form a beautiful mosaic tomorrow. My child, you have a purpose far beyond what you can presently imagine. You were created with unique gifts and abilities that are meant to bless not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Do not hide these gifts or bury your potential out of fear or insecurity. Instead, bring them forth, trusting that I will help you nurture and develop them. With me, there is no limit to how you can grow, influence, and inspire. The world needs the light I have placed within you, a light that shines brightest when fueled by faith and compassion. When you feel far from me, remember that I have not moved. I am constant, steady, and forever committed to you. Sometimes you may drift away, feeling your heart cool toward spiritual matters. You might let life's chaos or disappointments push you into a distant corner, unsure if I'm still relevant to your daily struggles. In those moments, lift your gaze to me, for I am patient and more than willing to meet you exactly where you are. Taking even a single step toward me will reveal that I've been standing by your side all along, ready to heal the distance your heart perceived. Yes, there is brokenness and suffering in this world. Wars, diseases, and personal tragedies can make it seem that pain is endless. Yet my heart weeps with each injustice, and I am not indifferent to the cries of the afflicted. In the midst of this brokenness, I am raising individuals, including you, to be beacons of healing, kindness, and love. Do not underestimate the power of your small acts of goodness. A kind word, a compassionate touch, or a helping hand can radiate hope in ways you may never fully measure. Know that your compassion reflects my heart, and in the collective effort of love, the world sees glimpses of my grace. Take courage in this, my child. Even when it feels like the world has forgotten you, I am mindful of every detail of your life. If you ever wonder whether you have a future worth hoping for, hear me now. I have planned good things for you. Though it may be hard to see through the clouds of current problems, faith assures you that sunlight awaits on the other side. With me, hope is never a wishful fantasy. It is an assurance that better days and greater growth are possible. Do not let discouragement steal the expectation of joy that I am sowing into your story. Still, I understand that waiting is not easy. Whether you're waiting for healing, for a reconciled relationship, or for a door to open in your career, the in-between time can feel endless. Do not let impatience or hopelessness take root. Instead, use this period to draw closer to me, to refine your character, and to prepare for the blessings that lie ahead. I do my deepest work in the hidden spaces. In times of patient endurance and perseverance, I mold you into someone stronger, someone more grounded in love and wisdom. You might emerge from this time with a newfound clarity of purpose, and when my answer finally arrives, you will be ready to receive it fully. You may ask, God, do you really know what it's like to experience human struggles? Do you understand what it feels like to be hurt, lonely, or rejected? Yes, I do. I am intimately acquainted with suffering and pain, for my heart is forever connected with yours. When you hurt, I hurt with you. When you feel betrayed, I am there to hold you and whisper that I understand. You are not just a face in the crowd. You are my beloved, and I am deeply invested in your well-being. Never doubt that your every tear is counted, your every plea heard. I am by your side, offering comfort that runs deeper than your wounds. If you're wondering how to invite my help into your life, simply ask, God, please be with me. Help me make sense of this. Give me the courage to take the next step. These simple words can turn into a lifeline. When you call on me with honesty and authenticity, you open the door for my peace and guidance to enter your heart. You don't need grand gestures or elaborate practices. All I seek is your willingness to share your burdens and hopes with me. So speak to me as you would with a trusted friend, in your car, in your room, or right where you stand now. I am always listening. Even when you feel uncertain about your faith, I do not turn away from your questions or your skepticism. I am not threatened by your doubts. I know that part of the human experience involves seeking answers, striving to understand the mysteries of life and spirituality. Let your questions be the bridge that leads you closer to me, not the wall that keeps you apart. I invite you to learn more, to ask, to seek, and in your sincere searching, you may discover a deeper and more profound revelation of my love and truth. Keep your heart open, for I am ready to show you wonderful things. Throughout your life, there may be many voices telling you who you are, voices of culture, friends, or even inner critics. But remember that the most accurate and faithful definition of your identity comes from me. I call you my treasure, my masterpiece, my beloved child. Hold on to these truths when the world says you're not enough or tries to label you by your failures. In my eyes, you are a reflection of beauty and possibility. The world may only see your flaws, but I see the inherent goodness I placed within you, the strength you're still discovering, and the bold destiny you can fulfill. I understand that it can be scary to trust me fully. You may fear losing control or worry that if you let go, everything could fall apart. But true peace does not come from tightly grasping your circumstances. It flows from placing your life into my hands and trusting that I am a good and loving protector. When you relinquish your need to manage every detail, you create space for me to work miracles. You will find that surrendering to me does not lead to loss, but to the gain of freedom. Freedom from constant worry and a heart open to receive unexpected blessings. There is a stirring in your spirit, an urge to rise above the average and seek something more meaningful. Listen to that stirring. It's my way of telling you that you were meant for abundant life, for expanded horizons, for purpose beyond the everyday drudgery. This doesn't mean you will be spared from challenges, but it does mean that your struggles will serve a greater end, one that reveals the depth of your courage and resilience and brings glory to the story I'm writing with you. When you feel that little nudge, remember, I'm encouraging you to step forward in faith, believing in my promises and in the potential I've placed inside you. You may be tired of the constant busyness, the endless demands on your time and energy. In the midst of this hustle, please seek refuge in me. Steal moments of quiet rest, even brief ones, to reconnect with my peace. Allow your heart to slow down enough to feel my presence. When your mind races and your body aches for calm, I'm right beside you, offering a refreshing peace that no earthly indulgence can provide. Just as you need physical rest, your spirit also needs the soothing reassurance that comes from sitting in my company and recalling my promises. Let my words wash over you like a river of hope, cleansing away the discouragement that weighs you down. The whispers that say you're not capable, not good enough, or not deserving of love are lies. When such negative voices begin to echo, remember who I am, the source of all truth, the embodiment of love, and the Creator who knows your worth. In my eyes, you are able, you are more than enough, and you are cherished beyond measure. Cling to these realities when the world seeks to convince you otherwise. My word stands firm, and if you let it guide your thoughts, you will stand firm as well. My grace abounds in your weakness. Do not run from your imperfections. Embrace them, knowing that I can use every crack and every flaw as a channel for my light to shine through. When you pretend to have it all together, you miss the beautiful opportunity for my power to manifest in authentic ways. Honesty with yourself and with me allows healing to begin. Your broken places can become your strongest testimony, a signpost for others who are also hurting. Never undermine the value of your story, for it may become the very gift that brings hope to another soul. As I whisper these words to you, envision my arms wrapped around you, holding you in a tender embrace. Feel the rhythm of my heartbeat, steady and unchanging, assuring you that there is a place where you are always welcome. Whether your day is filled with triumph or trial, I am with you through it all. Take a moment to breathe, to pause the rush of your thoughts, and sense my nearness. My spirit will refresh you, giving you fresh perspective and inner strength. For every moment you remain aware of me, I flood your heart with hope that can sustain you even in the most difficult seasons. You may have experienced hurts from people who claim to act in my name but did not show my true heart of love. I'm sorry for that pain. Know that I am not reflected by acts of hate or judgment. I am reflected by mercy, kindness, and sacrificial care. Please don't confuse their actions with my character. My desire for you is healing and wholeness, a journey marked by love and compassion. If you've been wounded by religious hypocrisy or cruelty, let me tend to those wounds. Look to me, and you will find that my arms remain open, inviting you into a relationship defined by peace and authenticity. Sometimes you might reach for comfort in temporary solutions, entertainment, overwork, or habits that promise relief but leave you feeling empty. I am here to offer you a lasting fulfillment that sustains your heart, long after the buzz of distractions has faded. Lean into my everlasting arms, and you will find a depth of satisfaction that cannot be found elsewhere. The hunger in your soul can only be truly filled by my presence, by the living waters of my peace and love. Drink deeply, and let your thirst for true connection be quenched. I know your heart breaks when you see injustice or people in need. That compassion you feel is my spirit at work inside you. Follow that compassion, feed the hungry, comfort the lonely, stand up for those who cannot stand for themselves. When you act in love towards your neighbor, you experience the joy of aligning with my purpose. Remember, you were designed to be a blessing, a living expression of my heart. Each time you show kindness, you become a part of my plan to heal the world, one loving act at a time. My beloved child, do not fear the future, for I already stand there, extending my hand to guide you. I understand that the uncertainties ahead can feel daunting, but remember, I am eternal, holding every moment, past, present, and future, in my wise and caring hand. Whether you're anticipating a life change or stepping into the unknown, I will not fail you. Place your hope in me, and you will never be put to shame. Even when the world seems unstable, my promises remain your anchor. Close your eyes and envision a tomorrow where I stand guard over your dreams, providing a way forward when others say it's impossible. When you feel troubled by mistakes or burdened by regret, I welcome you to lay those burdens at my feet. I am not disappointed in you. I understand your human frailties and have taken them into account since the beginning. There is no sin too great for my forgiveness, no guilt too heavy for my mercy to lift away. Rest in the knowledge that every time you reach out to me, seeking to make things right, I meet you with open arms. I can turn your failures into stepping stones that lead you closer to the person you're meant to become. My love for you is not based on your performance. Whether you feel you've done enough or lack completely, my affection remains consistent. It does not flicker with your efforts, nor fade with your shortcomings. This love is the foundation upon which you can build a life of authentic faith and purpose. Let that love be the compass that guides your actions, the force that motivates you to pursue goodness and kindness. When you feel weary, let the memory of my unconditional love revive your spirit, reminding you that your identity is secure in my care. My child, it is time to release comparison. The world encourages you to constantly measure yourself against others, to seek validation from their approval or envy. This only breeds discontent and resentment. Instead, look to me for affirmation, for I celebrate who you are in your unique design. I did not create you to imitate someone else's purpose. Your journey is exquisitely yours, and I take delight in how you express your individual talents, dreams, and desires. Rejoice in who you are, for nothing pleases me more than seeing my beloved child live authentically. You may question if you have the strength to face certain battles, illness, grief, or even a crisis of purpose. Know that you do not stand in those battles alone. When your strength fails, mine prevails. When your heart wilts, mine pours out hope. When the fire of your spirit wans, I am ready with a spark that reignites your will to press on. Even on the darkest days when you feel you can't take one more step, I provide a lamp for your feet and a light for your path. And if you stumble, I am right there to catch you. Do not fear your own limitations, for in them you will find my limitless power. All I ask is that you remain willing to seek my face, willing to turn from harmful paths, willing to open your heart to my whispered calls. I do not force myself into your life. I invite you to partner with me, to taste and see that I am good. This relationship we have is not meant to be a one-sided demand. It's a dance between my divine love and your human heart, a beautiful exchange of surrender and renewal. When you bring your whole self to me, your pain, your joy, your confusion, and your wonder, I embrace all of it and transform it into something extraordinary. Sometimes you might wonder if your prayers are too small or too large to bother me with. There is no request too minor, no dream too grand for my ear. If it matters to you, it matters to me. I care about the tiniest details of your life, the little moments that make you smile, the tensions that make you sigh, and the victories that make you shout with joy. Bring them all to me and watch how I respond with the affection of a parent who delights in every part of their child's world. My love is not restricted to Sunday mornings or big crises. It encompasses every second of your existence. You may wonder, God, have I missed my last chance? You question whether your opportunities have slipped away, whether age, circumstance, or mistakes have rendered your dreams impossible. I say to you, as long as you have breath, there is hope. I am the one who opens doors. No one can shut, who brings to life what seems dead, who writes beautiful new chapters even when you think the story is over. Never allow yourself to be convinced that there is no future left for you. With me, there is always a way forward, always a second chance, and always a reason to believe in the potential for new beginnings. My blessings come in many forms, sometimes as unexpected opportunities, sometimes as spiritual growth that might not feel pleasant in the moment, but shapes you into a stronger person. Other times, my blessings arrive disguised as friendships that uplift you or doors that close for your protection. Learn to recognize my hand at work in every circumstance, and gratitude will fill your soul. Even when life seems bleak, cling to thankfulness for the small glimmers of good that appear. In doing so, you will discover that your heart becomes more open to the countless ways I am constantly pouring out my goodness. Every time you feel drawn to shift your gaze downward, focusing only on the problems around you, I encourage you to lift your eyes to me. Like a loving parent, I place my hand under your chin and direct your vision toward what is possible, what is hopeful, and what is eternal. Despair grows when we gaze exclusively on the storms, but faith blooms when we set our eyes on me, the one who can calm seas and quiet the winds. Look up, my child, and you will find that you are not sunk in chaos, but held secure in love. Learn to find beauty in the simple things: a sunrise, a smile, a kind word. These gifts may seem small, but they are deliberate messages of hope I've scattered throughout your day. When you pause to notice them, you realize that I am constantly speaking, constantly reminding you of my presence. Gather these small moments of wonder as evidence that I am actively involved in your life. The more you train your eyes to see my hand at work, the more you will recognize that I am indeed closer than your next heartbeat. Remember, you are a vital part of this world, and without you, something irreplaceable would be missing. Your presence matters in ways you can't always perceive, and your actions have ripple effects that extend beyond what you can observe. Perhaps there are people whom only you can reach with kindness or truth. Maybe your story will inspire someone you never meet. When discouragement tells you that your life lacks meaning, reject that lie and recall that I am the master planner, and I have strategically placed you here and now for a reason. Go ahead and talk to me for just 2 minutes, even right after you finish reading these words. Lift your voice or your thoughts to me and share whatever weighs on you. Let out your fears, your dreams, your questions. I promise to listen attentively, and if you remain open, you will sense my response in ways sometimes subtle, sometimes profound. Know that this isn't a performance, it's a real relationship. The more you step into this sacred space of communication, the more you will experience a transformative peace that no worldly problem can uproot. The struggles you face now will pass, and you will emerge stronger. Even if you feel like you've been in a long, dark valley, the light of my promises has not dimmed. Hold fast to the assurance that dawn comes after the longest night, and soon your season of winter will give way to new life. I do not waste your pain. Instead, I redeem it. I turn your trials into testimonies, your miseries into ministries of comfort. When you find yourself on the other side of this season, you will look back and see how I sustained you, taught you, and molded you into a person of greater compassion and steadfastness. I have prepared great blessings for you, blessings that go beyond material wealth or fleeting moments of happiness. I desire to give you a depth of peace and joy that persists regardless of the shifts in your circumstances. Trust that my storehouse of goodness does not run empty. Open your heart wide, expectant to receive. I am the Father who delights in giving good gifts to my children. Do not hesitate to ask, seek, and knock. Your petitions do not bother me. They invite me into partnership with you. And when your heart aligns with my will, there is no limit to the wonders we can achieve together. Let this message of hope rekindle your faith. You may feel that the path ahead is unclear, filled with twists and turns, but you do not journey it alone. I am with you, lighting your way, step by step. Lean on me when you're unsure, ask me for wisdom, and trust my hand, even when you can't fully see my plan. In time, you will realize that I've been orchestrating divine appointments and miraculous outcomes all along. Your story, the story you live every day, is precious in my sight, and I am fully committed to seeing it unfold in the most redemptive way possible. When you doubt whether my promises are really for you, remember that I do not play favorites. My love extends to everyone willing to receive it. If you have ever felt second-rate or overlooked by others, understand that with me, you are a beloved child, welcome and valued. My arms are open wide, inviting you to step into the fullness of what it means to live under my care. I do not discriminate based on your past, your status, or your appearance. Come as you are, and you will find that I have already prepared a place for you in my heart. Remember, I always love you, always stand by you, no matter what happens. When the world seems cruel, when people fail you, when your own heart condemns you, return to this immutable truth. I am love, and you rest securely within that love. No circumstance, no power, no distance can break the bond of my care for you. Even if you feel undeserving, my compassion surpasses every accusation. Let this reality sink deep into your soul, dispelling every lie that insists you're beyond redemption or alone in your struggles. I am your home, the safe place you can always run to. I bless you today, and my peace will fill your heart if you will allow it. Like a gentle stream, my calming presence will flow through every anxious thought, every hidden hurt, every unanswered question. Let this blessing wash away negative self-talk and pessimism, making room for hope and anticipation. You are my beloved, and I desire to see you walk in freedom. Freedom from shame, from fear, from anything that binds your heart. Embrace this gift, hold it close, and let it transform your perspective as you move forward. Go in my peace, dear one, and we will speak again soon. This is not the end of our conversation. It's a continuation of a journey we are on together. I encourage you to find those quiet moments every day if you can, to revisit my words or to share your own with me. Remember, a mere 2 minutes of your day given willingly to me can shift your entire outlook. Never underestimate the power of small, consistent actions of faith. As you leave this moment, take my love with you. Let it guide your actions, color your thoughts, and soften your approach toward yourself and others. For you are mine and I am yours forever. Amen.